What's good, YouTube? So I think today's the day I'm gonna start working on the mini bike, y'all. So I got some parts in. I've been waiting for a good day to just go ahead and hit it. So the last time I made this video, y'all, I had said I was installing 18-pound valve springs, but it was my mistake, y'all. They were 22-pound valve springs. So I got instead of putting 18s, I'm gonna go ahead and run them. I was gonna put the flywheel either way. So I got this flywheel here that I'm gonna be putting, y'all. So it's the flywheel, and also I have a new cam, y'all. This is they were calling it it's not. I don't think it's the 265. It's called the. I can't remember what it's called, y'all. To be honest, it's the Lazenta cam from Amazon, y'all. But supposedly it's better than the stock cam that come with them. This one comes with a plastic cam, y'all. So it's definitely gonna be an upgrade. And I'm also gonna degovern it, y'all. When I found out the name of this one, I'll let y'all know. But the review said it bolted right in. It went right in. So I know, like on the 265, you might have to shave a little, which wouldn't have been a problem for me. I could upgrade later. Is basically what I'm thinking. But something just quick, easy, and ready to go. And I'm also gonna be degoverning it. So basically, it's gonna be running degoverned 22-pound valve springs, a new flywheel, and a new cam. So we'll see right now, y'all. I should be able to crank it up today. Give me a little bit of time. I'm going to be doing mainly all the work off camera. I will pop in every now and then and show y'all a little view once I like get it open and stuff like that. But alright, y'all, let me get straight to it. Peace. Alrighty, y'all, so we're gonna get ready to bust down this one, the torque converter. So for this one right here, it's gonna be a half, y'all. And I'm trying to see what we got for this one here. Let's see, this is alright, so this one is gonna be a 21, y'all. So on this side's a 21, and then a half on this side, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've never taken one of these apart, so I'm gonna make sure I put it all back together, y'all. I'm just gonna alright, y'all, so we got that off. So this is our bolt. I got my little parts right here, y'all. I'm gonna be putting my parts right here. So let me go ahead and do this, y'all. I'm gonna need to use 2 hands. I'm just gonna show y'all here how I go. I'll bust this side. I'll get a bigger, my 1/2 inch. This one is a 1/2 inch, and then I'll bust that off. And then as we go, y'all, take this out. I got oil in it. I'm thinking of probably reusing it because it's fairly new. So I'll definitely try to get a clean bucket. That way I could reuse it. And then after a while, I'll change it. But yeah, so let me go ahead and take this off. Make sure I get everything the way it's supposed to go right back on. So I'll see y'all here in a bit. Thanks for watching. Alright, y'all, so that wasn't so bad at all. Fairly easy. Just make sure you get the little spacers off. This one has a spacer, this one has a spacer, and also your little lock right here, y'all. So the way I put it, I just kind of went ahead and put it the way it's going to go back on. So my spacers go first, then I'm going to put these, and then, you know, this one's going to go first, then this one. So just make sure you put everything the way you had it back. Make it more simple. I just did it this way. And I also did that off cam just so I could focus a little more on what I was doing. So now I'm going to take it outside. I have a pan I could probably put here, and I could just do it all in here, y'all. I have a big enough pan I could put down here, and then I'm gonna drain my oil, open it up, and then degovern it, and go ahead and put my new cam on there. So you can see these, y'all, they cap off this second, you know how the Predators have a second one? This one, they cap it off, y'all. They weld it, I guess. It's a solid piece in there. So, alright, just make sure you got everything off your collars here. That way when you're working, you get it going. So the next thing I'm going to do is either I'll drain it from here, most of it, which I'll probably just drain it from there, most of it. And then open it here. That way it won't make such a mess. And either I'll do it here with a pan or take it outside just in case I make a mess. So either way, I'm probably going to just try to find a pan I could put under there since I'm already kind of working right here. So shouldn't be that hard to degovern it. It's pretty simple. I'm going to have to lift up the gas tank, take off my flywheel. It's a lot of work, y'all. But go ahead and let me get to it. Alrighty, peace. Alrighty, what up, YouTube? So check it out, y'all. So I got this little setup right here. So this gallon bucket's clean. I'm gonna go ahead and start loosening up my oil drain. Usually I like to heat it up, but since I'm gonna work on it, it's cold right now. But it's alright, because we're going to be reusing this oil. We'll see how it comes out right now. See what y'all... Alright, my bad, y'all. Had a phone call. My cousin called me. He's also working on his motorized bike. He's got a new... So here we go, y'all. Draining that out. Go ahead and put this here. He got a new, I like to open this so it helps it come out better. He got a new, what's it called? CDI. See how it's coming out real slow, y'all? When I get it warm, it just comes out fast. But that's okay. So I'm gonna let it leak, let it drain. You can see the oil's pretty new, so that's why I'm like, I wanna use it instead of throwing it away for no reason. It's still clean. It's a little dark, but it could go another hour or two before I change it. And then once I change this oil, I'm gonna be putting in some real good oil in there after this batch right here. So that's why I'm like, nah, let me put this back in, because I got some good oil that I'm going to be putting in. I've already done the first oil change too. So yeah, this one I'll be able to reuse for a little while. So let me let it drain, y'all. I'm not going to bore y'all with it just draining there. And I guess this looks like it's big enough to kind of fit under there, and then I'll be able to open this, and whatever little oil spills out will spill there. That way I won't dirty my pan too much, because my little parts tray. So alrighty, I'll be back with y'all here in a bit. Once I bust this open, I'll get on cam with y'all probably and bust it open, and that's when we're gonna start our process. Still gonna need to loosen this. It looks like I think we got 3 bolts, one back here. I'm not too sure if it's this one or that one, y'all. But yeah, and then we got 2 up here. So already, y'all, I'll be back. See you in a bit. Peace. All right, what's good, YouTube? So, all right, man, we're going to go ahead and get ready. The oil finished leaking pretty much. Has a little drip. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get ready to bust open this cover here. And so let's start busting it open. Now we are going to reuse the gasket, so I have to be real careful on how it comes off. It should come off okay. And just clean up my surface here. So alright, so we got that off, y'all. That came off good. Let's try to take off this cover here. Let's see, it looks like they used gasket on there, so we're gonna let it drain there so we don't make too much of a mess. We're gonna let it kind of drain off there before pulling it off. So this little bucket got to work out, y'all. I went outside, it was pretty hot. I didn't want to just be working in the sun. So working on it right here. So just kind of wiggle this off without tearing the gasket. We don't want to tear that gasket, y'all. Let me go ahead and get my, I need a little flathead just to kind of start poking at it right here. Just to kind of relieve it from that cornering. So I'm going to pause, y'all. I'll be right back. Alright, one part I could see that's stuck is right up here, y'all. I'm just gonna kind of go in on it to help relieve it, y'all, without fully pulling it off. As you can see, it's coming off all right here, y'all. Sorry. Let me pick this camera up a little bit. You can see where I'm at, right up there, y'all. Okay, so just relieving this gasket here. I'm not too sure anywhere else, but it should pull off. Oh yeah, it's coming off nice. And actually the cam is coming right off with it. Be careful for those. Okay, we got that off, y'all. The cam actually came out with it, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. We got that set aside. Be careful with these. Just kind of push them back in. Make sure you don't lose them. Now to degovern it, y'all, here comes the fun part. It's not that hard. I've seen a few videos. I'm gonna definitely, you can see in there. I'm gonna definitely, I've got to move this. And I've seen a few videos, and it's a pretty simple way to do it. I know one guy, he just tapped it out from the other side, and it just fully comes off with everything. And I've done it before, and I actually took it off in there with a pair of pliers, y'all. But I'm gonna try the method where it just comes off fully. And what we're gonna do is we are going to make sure you take out those washers that are in there, y'all. So this is the part where I have to make sure I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off again, and I'll be back with y'all here shortly. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Alright, check it out, YouTube. So I just went ahead and I removed this pin. I unloosened this nut. So, excuse me. So the nut was going to be this one here, y'all. And you don't have to remove this. Just pull this back and you'll be able to access that nut. So this is already ready to come off, y'all. So all this is already coming off. That's off, y'all. Now let me just go ahead and let me disconnect this spring here. I'm probably gonna have to get it off from that side so I could disconnect it, y'all. But I'm just gonna throw it off to that side. All right, so what we still got in here, we still have this here, y'all. I'm going to set this down so I don't drop my tank. I don't want my tank to fall. Okay, set my tank back in. So we still have to take off the actual governor, which what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to start taking off my my flywheel cover. So I'll get over there, and then I seen where they just bang it out, y'all. Tap it out. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me get to it. Just don't forget any washers, like I said, in there. Make sure you're watching what you're doing. I got it here. I'm not gonna. So that's ready to come out. So I gotta take that out, So let me get to work, y'all. Let me do this. I'll be right back with y'all. Peace. All right, y'all. So now I remember, in order to drop this little arm, you have to go ahead and cut the tip. So I'm just hitting it with a fine, sharp saw blade, y'all. And it's almost about halfway right now. So you can see, without having to remove anything on the inside, the crank. So just got to cut off the tip of this right here, y'all. You can use anything, grinder, a cutoff wheel. I have very limited space here since I still have my tank on, so you can see it's cutting. I'm about halfway right here, y'all. Just take it real easy, go straight, a nice little cut. We're almost getting there. So let me go ahead and finish up this cut, y'all. That way I don't be just giving y'all a minute of just me cutting at it. I'm being real careful also not to cut my fingers. We're almost there, actually. You could even, what would help y'all, look, get a little bit of oil, put it right here on your blade where you're gonna be cutting, and it'll help keep it nice and smooth to slide easier. So yeah, y'all, let me go ahead and do this cut. I'll be right back when we're about to drop this thing. All right, y'all, we're getting really close, y'all. Just want to drop this for y'all. You can see right here where I'm getting real close. Just keep a nice smooth motion, y'all. I've probably been at it for a couple minutes. It's a real clean cut anyway, so if you're in a tight space, this would really be your best option. Just hand saw. Just keep a nice smooth motion, and eventually you'll get there. Probably could almost break that tip off. Let me see here. Yeah, look, there we go, y'all. Go ahead and just bend it back and forth. There we go. We got the tip off. So I'm putting this in my pile that parts that aren't going back in. Just go ahead and clean off the top, y'all. That way, any little dust, you're not gonna put it back into the motor. And it'll come out with the next oil change, but go ahead and clean it off. So now I can come down here and we're gonna drop that pin. I still gotta get the governor arm off here, but this is one of the parts that takes that cutting I was telling you about. So now you just want to position your crank in a position where it'll come out. I think I stayed in that position. And then we'll wiggle her out. Let's try to get y'all over here, y'all, so I could get in there. So y'all can see there. All right, let me see. Try to get in there and wiggle her out. Make sure you got it coming off with that washer. So yeah, there's plenty of wiggle room. It's just a little tight. Wipe some of that dust off right there, y'all. Tight in there, but we'll drop her off. You could also probably get a pin, y'all. Put a pin right here, knock her straight down. Right now, I don't really have anything, so I'm just gonna keep wiggling her with the plier, y'all. Just being real careful not to hit anything too much in there, and she'll come down. Right now I had it all the way down. I just needed that one little piece cut. Yeah, she's coming down now. Careful around this area; they're real sharp. With your hand, you don't wanna hurt your hand, yeah. A lot of sawdust up there. Crank dust. Let me see here. Still right there on top. Let's see if I could tap it down. I could tap it down right here, maybe. Let me get a little hammer, y'all. Maybe just with this ratchet. Kind of give it a little tap. There we go. Alrighty, so yeah, we're getting somewhere. And now we'll just finish wiggling her. It should come out. Can't get a good angle. Let me try with my hand. I could just finish tapping her with this. Let me finish tapping her with this, y'all. Hopefully we cut enough. Oh, I'm not hitting nothing yet. I don't know if I'm hitting my screwdriver there. But she should be loose enough there, y'all. Let me go ahead and get in here with the plier again. I'm gonna just kind of scooch her back. So yeah, this is like the real life scenario. Just for me working on the bike, y'all. So we gotta do it, right? This is the part. This is the fun part. The rewarding part at the end once we got her. I need something I could tap in right here. Something small enough, you know? Something small enough. Let me get something small enough. Why work harder, work smarter? So I'll go ahead and stick this in there. And we'll finish tapping her down. And there she is, y'all. Yeah. So I just stuck an Allen key in there. Oh, there goes my phone. Alrighty, so yeah. Got it out, y'all. So on to the next step. You can see that's where I cut off. On to the next step. So remember, you gotta fill in that with a bolt, y'all. Definitely make sure you get a bolt that fits there. I can't remember the size right now to let y'all know that. But I also know that I've seen another video where they actually used the governor shaft and they tapped that in there. They cut it in half. There's a video. But also you put a bolt, y'all, and it threads itself in. So I think I got a bolt there because I bought some before when I did my other engine. So alrighty, let me move on to the next step. We got that key out, so we're really making some progress now, y'all. Now I gotta open up the other side and we'll be dealing with that. So I'll catch y'all here in a bit. Peace. Thanks for watching for real. Alrighty, y'all, so check it out. We're over here on the other side. So I already got the flywheel off. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off because I'm not using them. I got a battery. And then this is where we got to tap, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. I'm not gonna be using these. Once I get everything loose, I'll disconnect these. And I'll start tapping me out right here so I could take out the governor. Then the next thing to do would be to lap in the new flywheel, clean it off real well. And I am going to have to put my push rods in and readjust them because they fell out on me, y'all. So that'll be the last thing I do. And she should be ready to fire up, put the oil in. Of course, you know, put it all together, put the oil in, and we should have everything good, y'all. So for right now, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and take off these charging arms right here that we're not going to be using. I could have left them on, y'all, but I'm not too sure how the new flywheel would react to them. I think it has to be a magnet on the inside anyway, so it wouldn't have even worked. So best thing to do is just take them off, save some weight. Got one off. And I'll just put them there in the part box, you know. But the way we're doing it now, I don't think we're ever going to need these, that's for sure. So we're going to get these out the way. Like I said, I'm going to have to go in there and disconnect them. I guess I got to take it off right here. This looks like it comes off. I don't think I'm gonna need this really no more, but and then they're gonna disconnect somewhere up here. It's probably on the other side where I could access it. But where I'm at right now, I'm gonna go ahead and realign my crank, and gonna be lapping this in with new flywheel once I get to that point. Disconnect these and then come over here and tap that out. So I'll see y'all here in a bit. Peace out, y'all. Alrighty, y'all, so we got those magnets off of there. Now we're starting to just tap in here, making sure this tool doesn't get stuck. We got that governor out, y'all. So the governor fell out completely. Where did it fall? We gotta make sure we gotta grab that washer. Okay, the governor's in there. We gotta make sure we grab that washer, y'all. So, okay, let's get in here. I gotta make sure I grab this governor. And anything that got stuck with it. So we don't want no little pieces left in there, y'all. So this, we're gonna set it aside to not using again. And I got that washer in there. Let me go ahead and turn on the light right here so we can see. Alright, so got y'all right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these needle nose in here. And we're gonna pull that washer. Best thing to use could be a magnet, but right here, as you can see, we got that washer out, y'all. So make sure there's nothing in there, y'all. I will double check and triple check everything as I'm going, but as you can see, we now have that governor fully removed. The cool thing about this one is it doesn't come with an oil sensor, so you don't have to mess with none of that. So, like I said, the rods did fall off on me. I probably should have put the flywheel, the camshaft on there, but I wanted to do all this first, and with all the banging I was doing, a lot of vibration, and they fell out, but that's no problem. I'm gonna keep the 22s in there. Now would be a good chance I could put the 18s, but no, I'm gonna keep the 22s, and I'm gonna use the 18s for a brand new engine I have. I'm gonna just straight swap them right away from the jump, even before the break-in. So, or I might break them in with it. No, well, that's a later thing. But alrighty, y'all, governor's out. On to the next thing would be lapping the flywheel. And make sure I clean that off. And it's been a good jump. Now all the hard part's done, I would say, because the hard part is taking out the flywheel. That came off with a few good taps. And the governor's out already. So now it's basically putting it back together. All the disassembly is pretty done. Let me get to it, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in a bit. Peace. Alrighty, y'all. So check it out. I went ahead and that governor arm piece. I went ahead and cut it in half, y'all. So I'll show y'all here where it is. The one that was on the governor, the one that has the lock, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the outside. I'll leave the lock on there, y'all. It should be fine. I could take it off also. It'll probably actually come off once I hit it flush. So, and then this piece is gonna go for the governor hole. So let me just show y'all how we're gonna tap them in, y'all. Make sure this hose are pretty clean. It's pretty clean up top. A little dust up there, but that's not gonna fall in. So we're just gonna get here. Let me try to get y'all here so y'all can see. Put it centered, y'all, and just start tapping it in. I do got my tank out the way. It needs to be a little bit more out the way, y'all. Let me see. Let me see what I could do. Earlier it fell over. I don't want it to fall over. I don't know where I could put it now. Let me see here. Maybe right there. All right, let me try. We just gotta tap this in. Make sure it's centered. You wanna go centered. Now I did see a video of somebody doing this, so they said it was good. It's a well-known as you're getting more flush, be careful. You don't want to crack nothing, but it's a well-known YouTuber, y'all. Black 66, y'all. I've seen him do this before. I was gonna look for a bolt to put there, but you know, more of a headache. Black 66 said he's done this before and it's been good to him, so we're gonna do that, y'all. Right there, it's flush with the groove. We might just leave that just like that. I could hit it more flush and knock off that little clip, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I feel like it's a good way to reinsure that it's not gonna drop in there. Little insurance piece. So we're gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna give it a couple little more taps and that's good enough. About right there. Just a little insurance piece, having that clip there. I feel like that's good. Now I gotta go on the other side, tap in the governor, y'all. And then gotta lap the governor in, lap the flywheel in still. And a couple little more things, y'all. And then we should be about ready. So let me go ahead and get back to it, y'all. I just wanted to show y'all that. I'm gonna go ahead and tap in the other side. Let me take y'all over there, y'all. So it's kind of tight where I'm working. I got a lot of tools, a lot of little parts everywhere. So to bring y'all over here, y'all. Let me tap this one in here. Show y'all how I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my gas tank back over. And we're gonna be going in right here, y'all. So, got my hammer. And you can see that hole, okay. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and just start with I'm gonna start with the rounded part first, because that's easier to go in, you know. So just go straight in. Make sure it's going in straight, y'all. Real careful. We're just going to hit it till it's flush. Now we could leave a little piece out, y'all, because remember we did have some big old things, but nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to flush it. It was flush in there. We need to put it flush. Right there, we're flush, y'all. So we got that in there. Now, if you really want it, you could take a little JB Weld and throw a little JB Weld on there. But I'm going to leave it just like that. So we're flush here. That's how it was in there anyway. So it was just a longer piece. And then we're flush up there. And there you are, y'all. So try to give y'all a view. That's back tapped. So all right, let me get back to it, y'all. Got a little bit more stuff to do. Make sure I do it. And I'll be back with y'all. Thanks for watching this one. Peace, y'all. This thing's going to be a beast. Governor off, y'all. It's going to be nice. Alrighty. Peace out. What up, YouTube? So I've got me some valve compound here, y'all, in this bag. And I've already got some on there. Just lapping it in real good, y'all. Giving it a real good lap. And then take it off, clean it. And then I got me this 8-degree key that I'm gonna be using. So I think it's gonna go like this, y'all. I gotta make sure. And lap this in real good, clean it off real good. And then I'll be, so that's how we're looking, y'all. Looks pretty sweet on there. I gotta double check my gap. It seems okay, but since I'm in here, I might as well check it. I'm gonna set it to 30. So I'm gonna re-gap this to 30. But I mean, like I said, it seems decent. The stock, but I like to just give it a nice spin and kind of turn it and give it another spin, y'all. So alrighty, that's that flywheel on there. It looks pretty sweet. Of course, it's gonna have the cover, but it looks nice and definitely a lot lighter and has these built-in magnets. So definitely what you want. So let me get back to it, y'all. I'm probably gonna get this fixed up, put this cover back on, tighten everything, check this, put the cover back on, and this side will be done. I'm gonna have to bend this since I'm still running the stock carb. Later on I'll put an aftermarket carb, but I'm gonna have to bend this. There's a way you bend it, and it puts it in here, y'all. So alrighty, let me get to it, and I'll hit y'all back up when I'm getting closer to the finished. Alright, peace. Alright, what up, YouTube? So check it out. We were cleaned off. I got the advanced key in there, so you see that's the way it's gonna sit. So that way I'm gonna put the flywheel in and turn it. See how it has that little movement? Turn it, tighten it down right there, y'all. So let me I just wanted to show y'all that the keyway, that's how it's gonna go in there, y'all. So all right, let me go ahead and do some work. I tapped it in there. It's ready to go, and we'll get it going. So I'll see y'all here in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace. Alrighty, what's good, y'all? So I still got to torque that down. I didn't want to hit it just with this because I believe it's certain foot-pounds, and this probably goes way over it. So I believe, I can't remember right now, like 50 foot-pounds or something like that. Anyways, I have to get in here, put the shoestring back in there, which will lock that in place. I'll be able to get my torque wrench on it. So I still got to torque that down, y'all. But I did tighten it and just re-torque it. So I'm over here now. So I put my my little rod things back in there, and I'm lined up here, y'all, dot to dot. So in reality, the cover could already go on, if I'm not mistaken. the cover could already go on, y'all. And then I'm gonna have to open up this, reset my valve lash, put my push rods in there, and then retorque the flywheel, put that back together, and she should fire up after that, y'all. Put the oil in. So here's the stock camshaft, y'all. I know I still got to come in here and put I was thinking, since I'm gonna get in here, I might throw in the 18s to test it out. I could always change to the 22s later, or keep the 20. No, you know what? I'm actually gonna keep the 22s, y'all, because I'm gonna be putting the 18s on the other, the brand new engine I got. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the 22s. Later on, I'm gonna need to put me a rod, y'all. So I'm gonna have to take it real easy. Hopefully nothing crazy happens before then. But the next thing I'm gonna do when I open up here, I know I'm in here right now, but I don't have the billet rod right now, y'all. So I'm gonna be opening this up another time, putting me a rod. And I still need to put another rod on my actual other mini bike also. I've been driving it like that, but I just give it short bursts of full throttle. I don't hold it. The longest I hold it is, 4 or 5 seconds at the most, I don't hold it longer than that. So, and it really hits. So I'll just give it short burst. So until then, I'll come back, another video. We'll be doing this rod, y'all. So I'll make sure this stays lined up. Dot to dot. Okay. That's in there. Put my cover back on. I already got all the washers out. There's nothing left in here, y'all. You could see what I filled it up with there is in there. There's nothing in there, y'all. Basically, put my cover back on, and you can see how clean it looks in there. So basically, put my cover back on and move on to the next thing, which would be doing these push rods and torquing it down. So thank you all for watching. I will be right back, y'all. Let me get to doing this. Peace out. All right, y'all. So I'm torquing them down to 17 foot-pounds, y'all. So I got my torque wrench here. Well, it kind of moved, but let me see where I could put my phone here. Let me get my little stand. I don't know where it went. It's over here. So let me show y'all how I'm torquing that down, y'all. A lot of people just hit it with the gun, and you can, but I'll just kind of go by the book on this one, y'all. So kind of just showing y'all how I'm doing it. So I've already got this one, so I'm listening for my torque wrench. So let me double check. So that makes that clicking. That's how you know you're at where you need to be. So go ahead and reset this to 17 right there, y'all. So we know this one's good, and I already did this one, but I'm gonna just, so you want to go in a diamond pattern, y'all. When your torque wrench clicks, that's where you stop, y'all. So, and if you could go full stroke, it's better. Right there. You hear that clicking? That's what you want to hear, y'all. So just double check them. Alright, so all of them are tightened, y'all. 17-inch pounds. And go ahead and take the pressure off of your torque wrench after you're done with it. Set it back to 0. I'm gonna need to use it for the. So basically now I could put my torque converter back together. So for this side, we're all tight, y'all. Hopefully this was like straight. Hopefully my bolt lines up in there. I could double check it before I jump the gun. So for my cover's gonna go on. My cover's gonna go on like this, y'all. Make sure all the bolt holes line up. Let me check that bottom one. Get down there and take a look at it before I jump the gun, y'all. I think I could realign that one afterwards, though, even with the torque converter on. It lines up, y'all. This one, the bottom, I had to stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, it'll line up. Alright, so basically, gonna put them back the way they were. Back the way everything was, y'all. And oh yeah, it's got a little slide in there. So that's your driver. And then next time it still looks pretty lubed in there, but next time I'll open it up and spray some dry graphite lube. I don't got any right now, so that's okay.
Sorry, I didn't get that. The internet isn't reachable.
So that's how you're gonna go like that, y'all. And then here's your bolt. Basically, tighten that down, make sure I got everything right. So now this one had a spacer right here. Then we had the keyway. Go and kind of tap that in. Okay. Then we have this piece here, y'all. So make sure you line that up with your keyway. Like that, y'all. So at this point, I could start putting my belt on there. I don't know if it was, actually I probably gotta take this off, put my belt. feel like that was way better, because yeah, it's pretty tight, yeah. So basically, yeah, it's been a while since I took this one off, so I'm putting it back on the right way, so that doesn't matter. And then we had the washer there. And then we had lock washer. And that was torqued down. I think what I have to do, make sure you get that on there. Start it on there right. You don't want to strip it. Right there, y'all. So I still got to tighten that down. And can't remember how this was, y'all. Honestly. I don't know if this was the other way. Kind of confused. I don't think so. No, maybe. Yeah, so I'm kind of confused, y'all. If it was that way. It seems like this is the way it was. I'm gonna double check before I tighten anything down anyways. Let me do that right now, y'all. Let me double check. So see how exactly that went. So I'm kind of getting confused. But no, I think it goes the other way. So yeah, let me double check, y'all. And then I'll come right back once I get for sure everything figured out. Peace. All right, YouTube. Check it out. For my doing here, y'all watched a few videos, and the easiest way to do it is like this, y'all. So there's a flat side that's gonna go towards the engine, and then like an angled side, a tapered side is gonna go up here, y'all, towards you. So basically, from the factory, I guess they put it on super tight, but it should go on. Just push it up there. Probably could stick a screwdriver or something. But yeah, I've always realized like this torque converter is super tight in there, y'all. I'm even having trouble right now. Maybe if I put the front side first. Let me try the front side first. And then I'll start on the back. Well, you know, so basically that's how you gotta do it, y'all. Let me go ahead and tackle this, and then I'll hit y'all up. Thanks for watching. Peace. Alright, YouTube. So the best way for me to do it, this is from the factory. They might have put it tight, but it's good enough. So I had to take this off again. Seated it on the back side first. Make sure it was pressed in real good. Remember, the flat side is to the back. The angled side is to the front. I went over here, kind of squeezed it, and rolled it a little bit forward, and then it went on, y'all. So we're on now. Now put this back together. And then we're back to where we're at, y'all. So let me make sure I get this on. And we're gonna get everything back together, y'all. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Peace. Already YouTube, so we got the rods back in and we're set real nice at 3, y'all. Next thing to do is just torque down that flywheel. I'm gonna go ahead and put my cap, my valve cover back on. Double check everything, y'all, and then we'll fire this sucker up. So let me go ahead and just get back to it, y'all. Been at it all day, but it's been going though, so it's pretty cool. Alrighty, y'all, so let me get to it. Peace. Alrighty, y'all, so what's up, YouTube? So I got this feeler gauge here. It's 0.030, y'all, so you can see here, 0.030. I reset that, y'all, to 0.030. So it was a little close at first, so now we're at 0.030. You can see there it goes in. So yeah, so now just gotta put the cover back on, and I gotta make me my little attachment right here. That's what I'm gonna do next, my connecting rod. So my connecting rod, I gotta go ahead and bend that here to put it in there, y'all. So I'll work on that right now. Put my cover back on and put the oil in, and she should be ready to fire up, y'all. So let me go ahead and get straight to it, and we'll get to see what's going on here. Thanks for watching. Later. What's good, YouTube? Check it out, y'all. So fired it up. I have not test drove it yet. I still want to kind of just go over everything before I take it on the road. Plus, it's like midnight, y'all. It took me all day to do this, y'all. So a little bit of clutch spin. I don't know why it's speeding up. But yeah, y'all, definitely the governor's off. I am probably running out of gas. Plus, I need to put some gas in it. A little bit of white smoke. Not too sure. Could just be because it's cold out here. Governor out. See that flywheel? So this is how I did my throttle linkage, y'all. Check it out. I tried it a bunch of different ways, and this is what works for me. So if you don't get it right the first time, just keep on trying, y'all. There's a lot of different ways. I did drill some holes in here. There's a lot of videos out there, but that's a coat hanger. So it sounds loud, y'all. Definitely a lot faster item. See a little bit of white smoke. Turn the idle down for 1/2, kind of slow it down. So hopefully that white smoke don't be nothing too bad, man. go, y'all. I'm not gonna hit it tonight, y'all. It's already late. Tomorrow I'll be making some videos. I'm gonna take it inside, let it cool off, go over everything, make sure everything looks good, put my cover back on. Go get me some gas. I still gotta make a video about my light, y'all. I got y'all on that. Yeah, it wants to go, alright. But alrighty. We'll go ahead and shut it off. I just topped it off with some oil. I'll catch you on the next one, y'all. Peace out.